What did you think about the Bengals' performance and their first postseason victory in 31 years?
No, I think it's great for Cincinnati. I think they finally kind of get that proverbial weight off their shoulders by not being able to succeed in the playoffs. But with the way that Cincinnati played against the Raiders, I thought they played inspired football. And really, to me, the one thing about Cincinnati, when I look at them as a unit, is they're relatively young, especially on the offensive side of the ball. This is Joe Burrow's second year. You got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, you got Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's probably the veteran presence on that offensive side of the ball. But really, these young guns for Cincinnati, they were able to step up in these high pressure moments in that game against Vegas this past weekend. And I thought that they excelled pretty well by and large for the most part. They were able to get some points early on in the game, get a little bit of a lead over Vegas. And to me, Joe Burrow played within himself throughout that game. He didn't get too flustered by the moment. He didn't try to do too much. I thought he had a relatively smart game, this being his first playoff game. I mean, 24 of 34 as far as passing completions to attempts goes, had about 250 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to go along with that. That's a pretty good performance if you're looking at it from some sort of Cincinnati perspective. And I thought Jamar Chase in his first playoff game, I thought he played extremely well to his credit as well. He had 9 catches for like a buck 15, extremely effective on that side of the ball for Cincinnati. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they did let up some plays to Vegas throughout the later parts of that game. But in the biggest moment of the game, Vegas is marching down the field on a 2-minute drive. Derek Carr gets them within the red zone with just about, 20 to 30 seconds left to go. And Vegas is looking to try to tie the game up. And to Cincinnati's credit, they were able to force an interception off of Derek Carr on a 4th-and-goal opportunity to get the ball back in Joe Burrow's hand. And then they went into victory formation and sealed it. So, as far as Cincinnati is concerned, the biggest weight off their shoulders as far as that 31-year playoff drought comes to an end. And really the biggest thing moving forward when it comes to them is maintaining that level of comfort going into this matchup against the Titans in the divisional round. Because from all accounts, it looks like the Steelers are going to get destroyed by the Chiefs. So the Bengals are going to go up against the Titans. Now, kind of similar situation. These young guns for Cincinnati have to step up in a big way. They have to limit their turnovers, limit their mistakes. But, good on Cincinnati. But the biggest thing moving forward is maintaining that success and maintaining that consistency going up against a really good team in the Tennessee Titans in a divisional round.
Dude, it's so weird. I've been saying this the last month or so. Joe is different to me. I don't know what it is. I don't necessarily understand why. We've seen a bunch of number one picks come out before, and we've seen them dominate, and we've seen a lot of busts too. But to me, Joe Burrow just looks like somebody that's been in the league for so long. You would never know that he was just drafted 2 short years ago. I get that the team as a whole is young. I get that everybody around him is looking to put Cincinnati back on the map. Zach Taylor was brought in a couple of years back. Dude, I don't know what it is. To me, Cincinnati's just a scary team. Usually those young teams that come out of left field that really kind of turn it up towards the playoffs, and then of course in the playoffs, really, really to me, are kind of the most intimidating teams because they don't know what it is to lose in the playoffs. They're riding a victory right now. They just won their first playoff game. The city's happy. The fan base is happy. The organization is happy. The quarterback is confident from the regular season, now in a postseason game. It's like they always reference in basketball. You just got to see the ball go in. Dude, you just got to score. You just got to keep the turnovers to a minimum. You just got to find a way to win. And they did all three. And like Kyle said, the defense came up clutch when it needed to. Derek Carr looked to be driving for what looked to be another game-winning drive for the 2021-2022 season. And he just falls short. And the Raiders are a good team. The Raiders showed fight at the end of the year, so I tip my hat to them. I'm not going to sit here and shit on them and say that they didn't deserve to be there. But obviously, with once again, just like Pittsburgh, with all of these win situations, lose situation, the Raiders definitely did what they needed to do in order in order to make the playoffs. They won out, and other teams losing definitely made a difference. Derek Carr showed big time to me that he is a quarterback that does not shy away from big moments. And I think that he likes the pressure personally, but I just think that he needs a better team. There's rumors circulating that he may want out of Vegas, obviously with the coaching situation and all the personnel issues and the front office issues. He might want a fresh start. And there are rumors that Indianapolis could be interested because they're not happy with Carson Wentz. That's a narrative and a story for an entirely another day. The point of the matter is Vegas started off hot once again, like they always do. They faltered. They go through the drama that they did, like I had mentioned, with personnel and coaching. They come back. They find a way to sneak into the playoffs, and they perform just a little bit under of what people had expected. But again, big kudos to Joe Burrow and that team. They are now moving on to the next round, and I am curious to see how Cincinnati is going to progress throughout the rest of this postseason.